thirst for some significance of the fourth dimensional kind, you enter a realm of spirit, of sight and sound and mind. Your radio is a cosmic doorway and your psyche begins to spark. When you tune in to Gary and the Sun and Night Dreams After Dark.
You can advertise your business on Night Dreams Talk Radio, and you will be heard worldwide. Why not contact us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com.
Do you have a paranormal story you want to share on Night Dreams Talk Radio? You could be a guest. Email us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com.
Night Dreams Talk Radio Network brings you the World Paranormal News with James Creechbaum. Now, the latest news.
This is Night Dreams Talk Radio Network News. I'm James Creechbaum, and this is for the truckers out there and all other drivers. Throughout the month of January, the Northwest has seen a relentless parade of storm systems. Now, it looks like this week we will be no different. As one system moves east, another one is right behind it. A river of moisture from the jet stream will keep the atmosphere moist, perfect for continued precipitation. Now, heavy snow will be likely again across the Cascades into Montana. Up to a foot of accumulation is possible with winter weather advisory issued. Flooding and mudslides continue to be a concern across the lower elevations. For the higher elevations, travel may be difficult. Another low is moving through the Northwest and today through this evening. Rain and snow will be widespread across Washington and Oregon. As that system moves out of the region, another one soaking low follows behind it for Wednesday and Thursday. This will bring another round of heavy rain and snow across Washington and Oregon. Coastal regions of the Northwest could see several inches of rain for the first half of the week. The mountains will see several feet of snow. Also, throughout the Oklahoma area, heavy snow has been falling in the northwestern part of the state, and rain could change over to snow in the central part into Tuesday evening. Also, there was several trucks and cars accident on Interstate 80 in the Caltrans District 3 area in California. And there was quite a delay there, 46 hours, and it was closed and everything. So you may want to look for ulterior routes through that area. Well, worst locust plague in decades hits Africa. The most serious outbreak of desert locust in 25 years is spreading across East Africa, imposing an unprecedented threat to food security in some of the world's most vulnerable countries. Usual climate conditions are partly to blame. The swarm measures 60 kilometers long by 40 kilometers wide in the country's northeast. Well, whistleblower from China. Coronavirus nurse claims 90,000 people are infected. The whistleblower nurse in a full-body protective suit has claimed more than 90,000 have been infected with the killer coronavirus in China, far more than the 1,975 reported by officials. The woman claims she is working in a Wuhan hospital, which is where the outbreak that has already killed 56 is believed to have started, and has pleaded for help. Other horrifying videos have shown dead bodies covered in sheets lying in hospital hallways. Also, the coronavirus, they predict, could kill up to 30 million people in 6 months. The woman also in the video that she shared, she would like to say that everyone who is currently watching this video should not go outside. Disclosure is coming. Britain's UFO file set to be published this year. The Royal Air Force, RAF, has confirmed it will release its archive of recent UFO reports to the public. Now, the U.S. Air Force and the RAF is no exception to receiving and examining reports of unidentified flying objects, which has been looking into the phenomena for over 50 years. Nevertheless, back in 2009, the decision was made to wind down its UFO unit on the basis that the UFO investigation had never provided proof of a credible threat to the country. However, it has been announced that all the latest reports from the RAF will be published sometime in the first quarter of this year directly to the public. Next news break, top of the hour.
Coming to you from some far point station, like a cosmic tumbleweed, both north and south of the Pleiades. Here's your host, Gary Anderson.
Boy, it looks like I'm going to have to get my snowshoes out, because from the weather forecast, James, it sounds like maybe we could have snow here down at the compound in the next few days.
I'm telling you, and if you don't get snow, you're going to get a lot of rain, so you got to look for a little bit of flooding and landslides, mudslides on top of that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and maybe some trees coming down, too. That's always scary when you got almost 2 acres of cedar trees. Well, how's your day been, James?
It's been long and tiresome, to say the least.
It sounds like it. It sounds like you went through a lot today.
Yeah, I've been through a lot, all right. I don't get out much, but I got out today. I had to do some stuff and appointments, and it just wears me down sometimes dealing with people out in the real world. They tend to drain you. Just saying.
Come on, you got to think positive. I was really depressed today, but I'm kind of over it. As soon as the show comes on, I get behind the microphone. I just makes me feel good again. I don't know. A woman wins a lottery jackpot just months after her father did. This Maryland woman won a lottery ticket that actually her father bought a month prior. You know what it was worth? $50,000.
Wow, I'll tell you, it's amazing. Every day you're finding these people that really did something right in their life, because they're really coming out with some really good winnings and even finding money and having winning lottery tickets and winning twice. I mean, God bless them.
Oh yeah, some people have all the luck lately. It seems like it's all in the family, if you know what I mean. It's like, somebody goes out and buys a lottery ticket, they win $100,000. Then 2 weeks later, they go out and buy another one, they win $50,000, or their wife wins it, or, one of their children win it. It's crazy. Well, a man goes into a gas station with his boat, and he decides he's going to pump 30 gallons of fuel into his boat. Unfortunately, he must not have been very familiar with his boat, because he started pumping it in, 30 gallons worth, in the fishing pole holder. It wasn't the gas tank.
Oh boy. That is so dangerous. You would have thought he would have seen a bunch of that flowing all over the place. Could you imagine one little spark, or somebody, even static electricity, could have just set that right on fire?
Oh, yeah. And you could imagine it all went, because, a fishing holder, the way it's designed, all that gas went into the bottom of the boat.
Exactly. And the fumes, they kind of like hover around. So if it was down in the cabin or in some, isolated like cabinet or a cupboard or something like that, it wouldn't take much to bam, and you're in hot water. Literally.
Yeah. Well, a big shout out to Barb. She's on chat. One of the few people have figured out how to get and use the chat. Everybody's, right now my phone's going crazy. People message me, right and left. It's really hard to, read the text and do the show on a cell phone. So I hate to say it. I will look at the cell phone later and, relay some of the messages from the listeners. Well, an eagle survives a crash through a windshield of a truck on a highway. He came
wow.
through into the cab of the truck.
That is amazing. It's a wonder because birds, they're really kind of fragile. It's a wonder it didn't break its neck or wing or kill it. That's amazing that it survived that.
Well, yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, that's a miracle right there. And it was an eagle too. It wasn't, which is kind of a rare bird.
Well, guess what? One of the biggest canned bean companies, okay, made a 70-layer burrito to break the world record. And that's Bush's bean. They have really good beans. I tell you that. I love their chili.
Yeah, I agree with you on the quality and taste of the beans. But I've been waiting for these burrito and taco records to be broken. I haven't heard much about them when these bean layered, what you're just saying. That's a lot of beans. It amazes me the volume of food and the amount of people and time it takes to put that together. I want to know what they do with it afterwards. I hope they don't waste it. I hope they, give it away or something.
Well, I'm still waiting for a trucker to bring my cake. That 3-mile cake that somebody broke the record on with chocolate icing. I got the chocolate milk. I'm just waiting for that cake to arrive.
You know what else? You should, hopefully you get a trucker come with a big old milk truck too and just go with your cake.
Well, I got a couple gallons of chocolate milk, so I'm all set. Anyway, again, in North Carolina, a woman, ready for this, wins $1 million.
Oh,
but that's not the exciting part. The exciting part is less than 2 years ago, she won $4 million on the lotto.
Oh, my, wow. That's the thing. It's amazing that somebody would win $4 million and then a year later keep on playing. And I guess, when you're on a roll, you just keep playing. I guess the odds of somebody hitting 2 jackpots over $1 million within a year or two has got to be really high.
Oh, yeah. But it's funny. It's like these people are winning it, and a lot of them are winning it over and over, like I was saying. It's just like, this never-ending story of winning money. Yeah, I mean, I could go down to the store and buy a ticket and never win. But some of these people are just winning on a regular basis.
I know. That's what amazes me. Like, they're repeat winners. And they're not just, 10,000. We're talking a lot of money, and they're repeat winners. So, yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something right.
Yeah, they are. Well, can you imagine you're a trucker in Melbourne, Australia, and you just made a long haul, and you're really tired. So you pull over to the side of the road, which you think is the side of the road. And, you lock up your cab. You make sure you lock, the driver and the passenger side of the doors and make sure it's all locked and secure. And then you get in your rear and you get into your bed and you get all nice and cozy. And then you hear a click. The lights come on. Somebody is now opening the passenger side of the cab.
Oh, boy.
Okay, you put your pants on. You get really scared. You go to, the front of the cab. There's nobody there. You get out of the cab, walk around. There's no cars, no traffic, no trucks behind you, no nothing. So you go back, make sure everything is locked. You go back, and you kind of hesitant to go back to sleep, but you're extremely exhausted. You go to sleep. You wake up in the morning. You check the cab and make sure there's nobody in there. So you get out and walk around your cab and you walk around the trailer of the truck. And then you noticed it was so dark that night, you didn't realize you parked next to an old abandoned cemetery.
Oh, boy, this gets better and better. So, is there more? Does he wake up and see something, or
no? He woke up in the morning, and that's when he realized he parked next to an old abandoned cemetery.
Oh, so then he started connecting the dots, and it come flushing to him, and I bet he was